Hello and welcome back to StudentBlue.com.
In this lecture, we're going to learn about overriding. So what is an overriding? So overriding is the ability to define a behavior that is specific to the subclass type, which means subclass can implement a parent class method based on its requirement. Overriding means to override the functionality of an existing method. Overriding is normally done during inheritance, where the parent class and subclass may have the same method name and needs to be overridden based on the requirement. Now, if you read all these points, right, it's kind of similar like to polymorphism, right? So there's a lot of debate going on in Java right now. Some people say that overriding and overloading, which we're going to talk about next lecture, are the forms of polymorphism, which some people argue about it. They're saying that overriding and overloading are different from polymorphism. In my opinion, I think they are a little bit different because the polymorphism is actually you are overriding the methods at runtime, right? So your Java does not know you're actually overriding the method until and unless you actually call the method, right? Then what happens is Java looks into the method, either class name, either child or the parent method. Based on the requirement, it picks up which method to run at the runtime. Okay, that's polymorphism. Overriding means you basically know that, okay, I wanted to override this method. That's my opinion, right? But like I said, some people argue that overriding and overloading are the forms of polymorphism, and it kind of makes sense as well. Anyway, I'll give you an example of overriding here. Okay, so as you can see here, I've got the animal class in here. It's a very simple, very simple example of overriding. So I've got this talk method here, right? Basically, it just prints out animal can talk, right? And I've got the same another class in here, okay? The child class dog, which extends animal, right? So this is a child class, which means that you have to use this extends keyword, and the parent class here is animal. And I've got this talk method here as well, right? So now, if you create another method here and you create an object, right? So I got here animal1 equal new animal, which is my parent class, and animal2 equal new dog. So it's actually you're referencing to the dog in here. So if I do animal1.talk, right, so it's going to run method from the animal class. And if you do animal2.talk, it's actually running method from the dog class. Now, as you can see here, I did not do dog here, and I created dog2 object here, right? What I did here, on the parent class here, I said animal, and animal2 equal new dog. You see here, animal references but with dog object. This animal references with the new animal object. Here, animal2 is actually referencing with the dog object. So when I do .talk, it actually runs the method from the animal class. When I said animal2.talk, it actually runs method from the dog class. So basically, you're overriding this talk method here, right? So you have a talk in your parent class and child class, and you're actually overriding that. So when I run that code here, it's going to say animal can talk, and the second one says dog can talk. So basically, you have the same method, right? But based on the requirement, you're actually running the method that you like, right? Based on the requirement. That is called overriding. So now let's go into our IntelliJ in here. And since we know what package is, and let's try to be more professional here. And let's create overriding package. And in here, I'm actually going to create an animal class. And in here, I'm actually going to create the class, public void talk. So let's say here, animal can talk. So now let's create another child class in here. I'm going to say dog, and then click OK. So in here, I'm actually going to do extends and animal. All right. So in here, I'm actually going to do create a method public void talk. Okay, and here I'm actually going to do system.println dog can talk. Okay, so as you can see here, right? As soon as I do that, it's saying that here overrides method, right? So basically, IntelliJ is very smart enough to know that okay, you've got this talk method in your animal parent class, and you're trying to do the talk method again. That method is overriding. It says overrides method in the animal class, right? So it already knows that. Okay, overrides method here. Okay, so Now, let's create another simple class in here that actually creates the object. Okay. So now let's actually create another class in here that actually creates an object from this dog and animal class. So I'm actually going to say here overriding method. So I'm going to create a public static void main string args. And in here, I'm actually going to do animal1 equal new animal. Right. So basically this animal1 references to animal class. I'm going to actually do animal1. Right. Since the dog is also the child class of animal, I can actually use this animal in here and reference to the dog object here. Okay, references to dog class. All right, so if I do animal1 dot talk, animal2 dot talk. Okay, let's also do dog animal3 equal new dog here. So now I'm going to say animal3 dot talk. So if I run this, it's going to say animal can talk, dog can talk, dog can talk, right? So and this animal3 here, right? So basically what you're doing is you're actually using polymorphism, right? Basically you're calling this talk method here, which is kind of like overriding, but it's a little different, right? Because you know that you're going to use this talk method from this dog class, right? So I'm actually saying, okay, dog class, create an object from this dog class, but reference. Right, so I'm here actually saying, okay, create an object from this dog class. So now here, I already know that I'm actually going to use this talk method from dog class. However, if you go into here, right, animal2 equal new dog, so I'm actually creating an animal class, and I said new dog. When I do talk, actually what happens in real time is actually it overrides this talk method. Right. So that is called overriding. Also is one of the very, very important feature that you'll be using all the time in your professional Java programming life. So that's it for this lecture. I'll see you guys in our next lecture.